So today I wanted to do another video because I wanted to reconcile my accounts, and I thought it would be helpful to do so on screen and to also hopefully answer a few questions I got from my last video for new YNAB users who are not as familiar how to reconcile their accounts in the web browser. I have a few transactions that have built up over the weekend. So right now I'm in the all accounts view on YNAB, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each account and reconcile these with my bank balance. So I am going to start with my Wells Fargo checking account. What you will see on the screen is the actual actions I take in YNAB, but what I will be doing off screen is opening up the apps for those individual accounts to see if any of these transactions have cleared. So I'm going to start with Wells Fargo. Last time I checked, I believe yesterday was President's Day here in the States, which was February the 17th. And so a lot of the transactions in the banking things were on hold. So when I look at my account, the balance is $147.54, and these transactions are currently pending. So I have a transaction for $10, $7.54, and $279.70. I marked this as cleared in YNAB, but it's actually showing as pending in my account. So I'm going to unclear that transaction, and this button over here is where you clear and unclear item. And so I have $282.16 in uncleared transactions, but my working balance is $147.54, which matches my bank account. And so I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and hopefully I'll be able to edit my account balance into the video, so anyone who's curious can see what your account balance will look like in comparison to your balance that's in YNAB. So that's it for Wells Fargo checking. I'm going to now go to 360 checking, which is my primary checking account. I'm going to hide reconcile transactions just because it adds a lot of clutter to the page. I'm going to open up my Capital One banking app, and I'm only going to reconcile my checking accounts and my credit cards because those are the accounts that have the most activity. So when I click on my 360 checking account, the balance is $246.00. I have an outflow of $45 to my mom, and then I do have a cash app for $3 that my son sent me because when he did, he sent me money for groceries the other day. It was a little bit short, and he just wanted it to be perfectly on point with his YNAB, and so he sent me the additional funds. So my current 360 checking has an available and a current balance of $246, and that matches what we see in YNAB as our cleared and our working balance. I'm going to hit reconcile. So when I hit reconcile, it's asking, does my account balance match this number? It does. So I'm going to select yes. And what it does is it takes those transactions and it adds this lock to them to show that they've been reconciled. Next, I'm going to go to my All South credit card. I don't think I have any unreconciled transactions here, but I'm going to go in and look by unclicking the show reconcile transactions. I'm going to hit apply. Everything in here has been reconciled, so there's no activity for me there. And then I'm going to try to reconcile my Apple Card. So this is a new to me card. I do have a previous video where I showed me setting up this card in YNAB. One of the things that is different for me is the Apple Card transactions come in, or they look a little different from how I'm used to seeing them in my other banking apps. And so let's hide these reconcile transactions. And so I'm still trying to get comfortable with how the transactions appear and making sure everything clears. So $7.54, which my daughter spent at Joann's this weekend. She reimbursed me for that out of her chore money. And so that has cleared. $27.95 has cleared. That was this weekend. We went to the bakery. So I did kind of break my no spend / 30-day challenge. I did get everyone one dessert from the bakery, and that was pretty expensive. I also got my daughter a chai tea, which was $8 that you'll see up here. This is a paying for from the prior month, $34.18. That has cleared in my banking app. I did file our taxes, and so that's the fee for the tax software. I put it under the reimbursements account because I'll be deducting or taking that amount from our tax refund to reimburse what I paid for that, because I don't save up all year to cover that software costs since we normally get a very small tax refund. And so for now, that's sitting in reimbursements, and in my budget, it shows as overspent. But that transaction has cleared. About the $8, $18.05 Amazon purchase for dental floss and the little seafood pickers that you can get, the little plastic ones that you can get off Amazon in packs. And then I also went and purchased some clothes. So my clothing category only had $30 in it. And so this is going to cause that category to be overspent, but I rarely buy clothes. And then a lot of times when I do purchase clothes, I have to absolutely love them. So we'll see. If I don't like the items, if they don't fit properly when they arrive, I will return them locally and enter a refund. So I'm hopeful that everything will fit and everything will work out, but we will see. But I am overspent in the clothing category. So all of these transactions have cleared. My Apple Card balance is $701.63, which I will take a screenshot of that and hopefully be able to put that on screen. No unclear transactions. So I'm going to hit reconcile, and yes, the balances in YNAB matches my bank account. So I'm going to hit looks good. And then also with my Apple Card, I have the rewards going to an Apple savings account. And it's a little tricky to track the transactions for the saving accounts, because what they do is they total, like these 3 transactions on the 16th, they will total them all up. And so when you initially look at the app, you'll see 87 cents. But then when you click on the transactions, it'll show, or when you click on that entry, it will show a breakdown of each line item. It makes it a little bit more challenging to track in YNAB, but the balance does match. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. It does match my YNAB. And so everything is cleared. So I'm gonna click reconcile. And it looks like we're good to go. Typically in YNAB, when you have a new transaction that appears because you have your account linked, or you have a scheduled transaction that just appeared for the first time that day, you will get a little blue bar appear notifying you that you have transactions to review and approve. But I don't have any of those transactions. But if you're interested in seeing how that works, you can see that in my last Reconcile with Me video. I do have a few transactions that I went through that needed to be approved and reconciled. So that is my short video for today. If you have any questions about reconciling or how to reconcile in YNAB, please leave them below. I'm here to help, and I will catch you next time.